Happy 2024, everyone. This is the year's first real life intake. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, my name is Mike Rafi, and I'm a personal injury lawyer in Atlanta, Georgia. And on my channel, I try my best to share what lawyers like me do on a daily basis and how we help people. A real life intake is when someone calls our office and tells us about how they've been hurt and asks us if we're able to help them. I just had an interesting real life intake about 45 minutes ago, and I'm going to share it with you. So a potential client called me this morning and said that he was hurt at a concert. He fell and he broke his shoulder. He had surgery and now he has mobility problems. He has trouble moving his shoulder and he was looking for a lawyer. And I got the story from him, learned about his injuries, and I said, what's been going on since October? Why are you calling me now? And how'd you find me? And he says, well, I called a lawyer in October and they've been working on it. And they kept telling me, we're working on it. We're trying to figure out if you have a case. And that happened through October and November and December. And then this morning they called me and said that they weren't able to help. So he said he called another lawyer who said, oh no, you need to call Mike Rafi. So I said, okay, let me call that law firm and figure out what they've been doing, because I don't want to recreate the wheel. And if there's a reason they told you no, I want to know what it is. And maybe it's something that's outside your control, but let me figure out what that is, and then I'll get back with you. So I call that other law firm and I say, hey, I'm calling about so-and-so, guy who fell at a concert. And they go, oh yeah. And I said, he says you've been working on his case since October. Can you tell me what's going on, or do you have a file that you can share with me? And after a little back and forth of me kind of asking the same question over and over, like, well, what have you been up to? What have you learned? What's been going on? The truth is they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. Since October, they didn't send any letters to the concert venue. They didn't speak to any witnesses. They didn't get medical records or bills. They didn't do anything. They just sat on this guy's case, potential case, for 3+ months and didn't do anything. Now, using common sense, the best time to get evidence is right after something happens. I'm snapping, right after something happens. So, after anything, the best chance to get your evidence is right then, and as time goes on, it gets more difficult to find witnesses, for people's memory to be accurate, or whatever it is. So now we're in the whole 3+ months. So the thought I want to leave with you here, the lesson from this real life intake, is when you call a lawyer, do so quickly. And if they drag their feet and are telling you, we're working on it, we'll get back to you, follow up with them and say, what are you doing? What do you need to know? What are you trying to figure out? Maybe you can help them figure that out. But if they don't have an answer, move on to someone else, because a lot of things should have been done in this 3-month span and they weren't. And hopefully, I think we'll be able to rectify this for the client's benefit, but he shouldn't have been put on pause for 3 months. It really bothers me when this happens to people, and I don't want you to fall victim to that.